Welcome to Unlocked. I'm Tone, and this one I want to talk to you guys about kind of a crossroads moment for us with Trapdoor when we were opening our Morristown location, and a quote from Damon John. Some of you may know Damon John as the founder of FUBU, but others probably know him from the widely successful show Shark Tank. And if you're in any form of industry or have your own company, I highly recommend you watch Shark Tank. It's one of the best shows on TV that really kind of hammers home things you should know in the world of business. So I'll give you guys some context, and then I'll read you the quote and kind of what it led to for us. Red Bank was a phenomenon for us. When it opened up, it really was not long before it was kicking some serious ass, and we're like, wow, this industry is amazing. And then we transferred our first game into our second game, and that game just catapulted us. It really had an amazing response. So we're like, okay, let's keep snowballing, keep growing, keep evolving. Good. Well, when we signed our lease in Morristown, I think we bit off a little more than we could chew at the time. I know we did. We survived, and we're doing okay now, which is great. But there was definitely a few very scary bumps along that road. Between just the expenses that we didn't account for. Things like replacing every single door in our building with higher caliber fire rated doors. Things we didn't have to do in Red Bank that we wound up having to do in Morristown that we just weren't expecting. And suddenly our budget literally just about doubled. When you don't have revenue coming into a location that's costing you an astronomical amount of money, you start literally putting, an anchor on the location that is making you money. So, end all be all, there was a period of time where I wasn't sure we were going to keep the lights on. And, we kind of reached this roadblock where it was like, I don't know how we're going to make payroll. I don't know how we're going to, I didn't know how we were going to survive. And I was starting to feel really sorry for myself and really down in the moment. And I read this quote from Damon John off of his Twitter page, which I suggest following. The difference between successful people and others is how long they spend time feeling sorry for themselves. Now, I may actually even be misquoting because that might have come from Barbara Corcoran and Damon just tweeted it. But I needed that in that moment. That I try to follow inspirational people and not cheesy like energy and this and that, but like sorry if I offended anyone. But I do like to follow YouTube channels and Twitter accounts and things like that of people who are successful and who have been through some of the struggles that I'm going to experience along the way. And this was a case where it was just the right timing. And, what we ended up doing was we had to get our Tornado game F5 open because Witch Hunt, great game, New Jersey's market standout, but it didn't have the ability to generate the necessary revenue to compensate for our overhead and build out. And that was really the key thing. It was just getting past the build-out expenses. So we needed F5. We needed our Tornado Escape to open. And we were at that point where we're like, we don't have the money for payroll. We don't have the money. It was just but we believed in it. We believed in ourselves and that the content was going to work. And what we wound up doing was we almost made like an investment deal to the staff. We had said, look, let's get this game open. Let's just go balls to the wall. Everybody, all hands on deck, get inside, and we're going to bust this out. And we're going to break our asses until it's done. And we're going to jot down every hour worked. And I promise we are going to get that money back. And I think within 2 pay periods, we were back on, back ahead of the game and back, to everybody being current on payroll, and everything was good to go. So, instead of just dropping and feeling sorry for ourselves, we banded together, we came together as a team, we got the work done, we thought outside the box of how we were going to pay for it, and everyone believed in it enough that they came aboard. We knocked it out of the park, we got the game done, and it's been killing it since. So, I guess the real topic of this channel is just to make sure you've got things in your life that keep you inspired, and and keep the emotions up and the morale up, because there's going to be dark days in every business. I've never worked in a field where there was not dark days. So you got to make sure that you've got the ability to ride out those storms. And while you're at it, come ride out the storm that is F5, our tornado escape at Trapdoor Escape Room in Morristown.